fire-adapted community that understands and has prepared for wildfire is absolutely essential to life in a fire-prone environment. Citizen Fire Academy is an education and volunteer service program designed to extend the outreach capacity of fire agencies through grassroots efforts and ultimately to develop and enhance fire-adapted communities. As volunteers, CFA participants become the spark plugs of their community by engaging their friends, family, and neighbors and serving as boots on the ground to promote FireWise practices in emergency planning.
We moved here 22 years ago, and the forest around the house was extremely dense. And we were worried about fire, and we were also concerned about the health of the forest.
My community is a community of about 150 acres. We have elk that wander through our neighborhood every winter, and we have deer, and we have coyotes, and we want to keep that happening. My first interest in the FireWise activities came with the B&B fire outside of Bend. It was sometime after that that I saw an announcement about the Citizens Fire Academy, and also met Allison, who came to talk to our homeowners board about the FireWise organization and activities we might want to think about.
Citizens Fire Academy had actually really allowed for us to take some of the spark plugs that we were starting to cultivate and starting to nurture and really push forward with a lot of that information. So folks like Jane, folks that were already working on FireWise and already working on wildfire preparedness, but it was a way to give them extra knowledge and extra education to then take that next step towards FireWise or wildfire preparedness, however it worked in their community.
Our objective really was to make a more attractive, more fire resilient, more diverse, healthier forest around our property. So we started thinning, and we've been thinning ever since.
What I decided to do as my volunteer service was to create a FireWise community in my neighborhood. And the idea was to start very small with my immediate neighbors, which were about 8 properties. Been a huge impact in the community, and especially for me. It determined how I was going to landscape the area around my house. I took an extreme approach, but others have been very good at going through and removing all the small debris that can ignite a fire and bring that fire too close to your property. So we've had a very serious effort to clean up the areas around the homes and structures.
Took the Citizens Fire Academy here at the extension, and the entire course gave me an idea of the depth. Plants grow back, the weeds grow back, the trees grow back. So an opportunity came up to edit what is Keep Your Home Safe from Wildfire. It's a maintenance brochure. I felt that it was important that the brochure be able to take and cover for all of us, regardless of what our properties are, the important things to do at various times.
When we kicked off CFA here in Deschutes County in Central Oregon, there was never an expectation like, you shall volunteer. It was that we truly needed ambassadors. We needed folks that we could give our script to, give them the knowledge and the way to move forward without us having to be there. They truly have the knowledge, they have the education, and they have the spark within them to take the script for wildfire preparedness and fire adapted and move forward and talk about that with their neighbors on a peer-to-peer, teammate-to-teammate context, where even if fire departments, Project Wildfire, Deschutes County, whoever it is, if they won't listen to us, they have a neighborhood ambassador that can talk about wildfire with them.
When you are a Citizen Fire Academy volunteer, you are a part of the effort to make your community fire adapted through volunteer work ranging from outreach to project work to informal conversations with neighbors, all while working on fuels reduction, defensible space, and wildfire planning on your own property. We would love for you to be a part of this dynamic program to improve the chances that you and your community, along with fire-adapted communities throughout the country, will survive wildfire when it happens.